Словно птица, грозила. Are we recording already?
Yes.
Okay, hello. Welcome to Two Tipsy Plants, the podcast where two Russians have a very strong accent and talk about plants and wine. And on this side, you have Sasha.
Oh,
And on that side of the microphone, you also have Sasha.
yes. And it's, yes, anyway. I mean, strong accent, but it's not the strongest, okay? I hope.
We're trying to hide it all. We're in a very deep denial. It's okay.
Yeah, both probably. Right. So this time around, we are doing just an audio recording just because, honestly, the previous episode, we were quite excited actually to start recording again because we finally got we are ambassadors for
the wine distributors called Vintners.
Yes.
But yeah, the wine was just gifted to us.
Yeah. It's just exciting. It's very exciting. So we were very excited to start recording again. And the last episode, if you heard it, you'll know that it finished slightly shorter because we had very interesting technical difficulties where we've recorded it for because the whole episode was I don't know, maybe an
hour and a half at least.
Yeah.
And it just shifted.
For some reason the audio shifted I don't know, a good 30 minutes out. Anyway, it's gonna be...
Sasha had a great time trying to... What is it? What is the proper... Equalize it or level it?
Trying to match it to the video, but it just wouldn't. And I honestly have never had that problem before where there is a term called audio drift where it will drift a little bit.
I was trying to remember the term for that.
There was something else because it didn't drift. It freaking shifted 30 minutes out. That's something... Anyway.
But also it was slightly... quicker. It also slightly quicker than the video, or the video was slower or something like that.
It's kind of anyway. It's just it's too difficult. So
sorry guys for our little rant.
Yeah. So we've decided to go back to our microphones, which actually have nicer sound than the little ones. I love using the little ones because obviously there's less setup than these ones.
Yeah.
But these ones definitely sound clearer. So yeah, and you can clearly hear that I am a little bit sick. So I'm really sorry. My voice actually sounds much better than yesterday because yesterday I sounded
I don't know
if
you didn't tell us that you're sick, we probably would have thought that you were just trying to be a little bit sexy.
I'm channeling my inner Scarlett Johansson.
Yes. Johansson.
Johansson, yeah. So today's episode will be about plants of remote and extremes. Would you say that's
remote and extreme?
Well,
just essentially the plants that can survive in extreme conditions, be that temperatures, be that elevations or de-escalations.
Sort of, yeah. But I've got a couple that kind of don't fit that category. But yes, the most and extremes, I guess. Yeah. But obviously, before we start, Sasha, what is the poison of choice today that was kindly provided to us by Vintners?
Yes. The Vintners have provided us today with a very nice bottle of Riesling from Marlborough region. It's a
local one.
Mm-hmm, it's from Remmingham Winery, and this one is of a 2024 vintage.
Nice. Can I tell you something, Sasha? He puts the bottle on the table and he's like, "Guess what wine we're having today?" And I'm stupid. I'm like, Sauvignon Blanc? He's like, bitch, look at the bottle. And it's a clear Riesling bottle. And I'm like, oh.
For people who are not aware, Riesling bottles are usually very telling. Most of the wine bottles that you can see on shelves are very telling of what may be inside of the wine bottle.
Do you reckon it's just New Zealand market or international market as well?
International market as well. Usually in your aromatic wines will be in the longer, narrower, Twinkie bottles. So your Rieslings, Gewürztraminer, Muscat, Albarino. Unfortunately, Albarino is actually not aromatic, but will also be in this kind of bottle.
Okay, yeah.
Let me just...
Okay, we keep quiet for this. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a nice yellow color.
Which most of the time it means that it's going to be some sort of a little bit on a sweeter side, I think.
Excuse you.
I'm the pouring, it's okay.
There's like one glass is much bigger than the other one because I'm guessing Sasha.
But I didn't. Unfortunately, I don't have a matching glass for Riesling. So if anybody would like to sponsor us for that, I would greatly appreciate that.
Did we tell you a story of how Sasha broke 3 glasses in one go?
Each.
Okay, maybe for the next episode.
You're welcome to tell that story somewhere in the middle of the episode. But meanwhile, I am going to tell you what makes this wine special. So this one is actually. The vines for this vineyard have been planted in Wairau Valley in 1981, and these Riesling vines are actually 43 years old.
Vines.
The vines.
Actual plant, yeah.
Yeah. So these Riesling vines are 43 years old.
Is it considered young or old?
It's medium, I would say.
Okay.
Like it's getting into the old. Well, when we were in Australia, the old wine was considered 100 years old, and then there were like very like heritage vines, which are 120 and over. So 40 years old is not young, definitely.
Yeah, but not old either, yeah. Okay, just curious. Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm. The soils in that area are typically of alluvial or the hillside clay quality, which gives it nice minerality. Winemaker for this wine is Andrew Brown, and the viticulturalist is James Browski. What else can be said nice about this vineyard? They are actually biodynamic, and they are certified by the BioGrow.
Can you clarify what biodynamic means again?
So what makes the vineyard a biodynamic system? It's, for example, just the easy way to explain it, it's when people decided to go clean, more driven by the environments to reflect more of the terroir of the actual area, and they don't rely at all on pesticides or herbicides or any fertilizers that are prefabricated, and they just use the established ecosystems that are around them to manage their vineyards. If they want to apply the fertilizer, that's probably just the maximum they would do is using the sheep stock that would do grazing between the grapevines, for example.
What about sort of harvesting by the moon? Is that still a part of
harvesting by the moon is I think that part is more about
niche.
It's more niche, and it very much depends on the approach that the winemaker would like to take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, let's give it a taste. I know you did already, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's
not dry.
Considering that it is 16 grams of residual sugar, it's not that sweet.
It's not that sweet. It's definitely not a dry Riesling, but it's nice. I like it.
It's nice and balanced. I like it.
Considering that I like my Riesling dry, and this is actually nice. Like it's not dry, but it's not overly sweet. Yeah.
This aromatic Riesling is described by the tasting notes provided to us by the winemaker. Describe it as reminiscent of mandarin, whetstone, savor, and has some savory elements to it. A signature beeswax note is subtly showing also.
It's I almost taste
orange citrus, stone fruit, and juicy acidity and elegant texture.
I almost taste lychee for some reason. I don't know why, but this is what I kind of get.
I can see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, like it's got that freshness of lychee, if that makes sense. Sweetness and freshness, yeah.
I think when people usually say, like, go into, like, lychee, passion fruit, or mango, that's, like, leaning towards the tropical flavors of the wine, which usually describes warmer climates.
Yeah, and it also leaning towards those fruits that excuse me, that fruit is usually served cold, and I feel like this is the almost the texture of the wine. You know, if you are, you know what the texture is. If you are to drink the canned peaches, and if you are to drink the actual water from the canned peaches, it's not sweet as that, but the texture is like that, and I really like it. It's very nice.
It does taste a little bit on a thicker side.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
It's nice. All right. Just a quick reminder. This one is from vintage 2024 in Marlborough. Sorry, not Marlborough. Yeah, Marlborough. And 2024 was a dry winter, and it was signified by the dry winter and dry summer as well. There was late frost, and that means that when the harvest came to be, the conditions were great. The conditions were great for ripening, but there was not much fruit, which means it was concentrated grape. So we can say that 2024 can be a good variety for the nice and concentrated flavors for your wine.
Nice.
Riesling didn't see any drops in production because Riesling is a very vigorous grower. So, but I assume that Pinot Noir and other things that are a bit more finicky, like Chardonnay, would be a bit more on the hit for that.
Thank you, Sasha, for telling us about this lovely wine. Once again, the wine was provided to us by Vintners. You can go to their website to check out what they have at vintners.nz. That's VINTNERS.nz. And there are some restaurants that actually stock their wines, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because I know you went to the opening of one.
Yeah. I last week, which was, I have no idea what does it mean. No, it was this week.
No, it was last week Thursday. Or was it this week?
This week Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Went to the opening of the restaurant called Edizi. It's next to the next to the Isaac Theatre at New Regent Street.
Okay, and that's in Christchurch.
It's in Christchurch. So there is at least 8 wines that from Vintners portfolio.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thanks again, Vintners, and let's get into our topic today. Would you like to start, Sasha?
Would I? Would I like to start?
Or would you like me to start?
It's okay. I can start if you want to.
I'm easy. Yeah.
So the first plant on the podcast will be not a plant, but something a bit. Not a plant, actually.
Okay. This is a podcast about plants, and the first plant is not a plant.
Well, depending on how people perceive it. Do people think that algae is a plant?
I guess people do think that it's a plant, but yeah, technically it isn't it? It's its own. Is it? Is it its own family? I think so. It could be wrong.
As far as I remember, algae falls under a different class. Is algae a plant? Cut this out, Sasha. No, algae is not a plant, and not considered a true plant. While they do photosynthesize like plants, algae are classified as a diverse aquatic organisms of a protists.
Nice. Okay, so tell us more.
So yeah, the plant that I chose for today as one of the extreme survivors, let's call it that. The catchy name that ChatGPT gave to me for this is the microbe that painted legs pink.
Legs pink.
Legs pink.
Okay. Oh, okay. Is it like a red algae or something?
Yes. So the name of the algae species is the Donaliella salina.
Uh-huh.
So it grows in a saline lakes, in a hypersaline lakes to be exact. It requires high salinity and high sunlight. So if you think about the pink flamingos, that's usually where you will find this kind of algae. It's a very concentrated lakes. If you go and like Google the pink algae lakes on your Instagram, you'll find lots of videos of people just literally tossing boulders into a lake, and you can see them struggling tossing it, but the boulder just floats.
Is it because that's saline?
That's saline.
Wow. Well, I wonder where you find those lakes.
One of those lakes you can find.
Because I know there are like salt plains. Like, let's say, I don't want to lie because I can't remember where exactly it is, but like there's a salt plain where the lake used to be, where they do the races now because it's like the flattest surface on the earth, and this is where Bert Monroe did his record.
So yeah, you can find it in the Dead Sea, for example, which is Jordan, Palestine, Great Salt Lake, Utah, USA, a Far Depression in Ethiopia, which is the name of the pond is Gay Stale. Gay Stale? Stale Gay?
Ew.
I'm sure there are a lot of places that you can find them. I just
Yeah,
Don't
no, that's
know
fine.
of them.
Okay. So is that the lichen that can survive
The algae. The algae, the algae that can survive at high salinity areas. It produces the pigment within their cell walls that just colors the whole thing. It's keratin. It's typically orange within carrots, but
so it's the same pigment.
Same pigment.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Well, yeah, it's technically not a plant, but I mean, it's a cool thing to know, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you want me to go, or do you want to do another one?
You can do a next one if you want to.
Okay. I sometimes watch commentary videos on YouTube. Do you know those videos? Like where people they comment on different issues or different videos or different whatever. And this, gosh, her name is Brooke Sharks. There you go. She was actually doing a video on people. Was it her? Was it Shira on the wall? Gosh, I can't remember. Anyway, one of them.
A share on a wall.
Shira on the wall.
Shira on a wall.
Yeah, she's it's an Australian girl. She's Ukrainian, but she lives in Australia.
Oh, sorry, it's me just trying to be Cher for some reason.
Okay, I think it was her actually. She did a video on how influencers they travel to Antarctica these days, from like South America on that. Gosh, what is it called? I can't remember what's that strait called. It's like the deadliest
strait.
Yeah, but you know that little. Hang on.
Not Hormuz.
No. Wait, what is it called? Drake Passage. There you go. It's about all those influencers taking a cruise ship through Drake's Passage, which is like apparently notorious to cross. Like you actually have to wear life vests on the cruise ship while you're crossing it because it's so crazy. Like the currents in the winter are so crazy, and they all do it because it's all sponsored. Like they get paid to actually go and promote trips to Antarctica, which is like
by Drake.
Not by Drake, but yeah, which is a bit silly because obviously it's like, oh, go to Antarctica while you can, but the more you go there, the lesser chances there are for someone else to go, if that makes sense, because obviously you are like polluting it and stuff. So I was watching it, and I was like, oh, I want to see on the map where that area is, and I kind of started looking at that area and saw that there are plants, and I was like, I had no idea that there are plants in Antarctica, because you think about Antarctica, you think it's just ice,
just snow, just ice caps, yeah.
But obviously it isn't. So I was like, okay, let's have a look-see. So in Antarctica, most of the plants are mosses, living organisms. Mosses, liverworts, algae, and lichens. But there are 2 native flowering plants. And one of them is considered the most southern flowering plant. Sorry, Sasha just scratched his cheek the same way as a dog would, like very consistent and very like. Yeah. So the first plant is called Antarctic hairgrass, Deschampsia antarctica.
I think Sasha is drunk already. She's slurring the words.
Well, it
I know that just sounded like that, but I'm sure it's spelled like that as well.
It is DESCHMPSIA, so Deschampsia, because it's a sound.
Yeah.
Deschampsia antarctica, Antarctic hairgrass. So yeah, it is the most southernmost flowering plant, one of the 2. The specimen was found in 1981 and registered. What I find really interesting about this plant is, you know how plants, they need nitrogen, right? So they take nitrogen from soil, which is usually the composted matter, right? And with this particular plant, the
source of nitrogen is from the air. Let me guess, it's probably the fixer.
No, it's not from the air. but the
No, I mean, like, it probably has like rhizomes on the roots.
no, it still uses the roots in the ground, but what it does is there are a couple of cycles, call it that way, when something decomposes, right? So there is a cycle where there are peptides that are released, there are amino acids that are released, and then inorganic matter, which is usually what where the most nitrogen is, and this is the latest stage of the decomposition, and this is where the plants take the nutrients. Does that make sense?
Not really. But can you explain it again? Because
Sorry, my throat became very dry all of a sudden. I need this wine to moisten it. What I'm trying to say is, through decomposition, you have cycles, right?
But what is decomposing at that point? Is it the body of some kind of hair, or is it?
Well, it's whatever, the leaves of the plants as well.
Okay.
It's everything pretty much, yeah. So in any decomposition, you have cycles, right? Especially if it's like plant matter. And at some point, peptides get released, and then the very last decomposition cycle is the one that provides the most nutrients and nitrogen to the growing plants. So what this plant learned to do is it kind of skips that last stage, and it gets its nutrients directly from as peptides. So before it actually gets to that last stage.
So it doesn't skip it, it undercuts it.
It undercuts it, yes, sorry. Yeah, it actually starts absorbing it much earlier. So this is how it kind of learned to survive the extremes.
Yeah, just because it outcompetes the other ones who will take the nitrogen. Because the thing is that once, a little bit insider from the chemistry perspective, once your decomposition cycle is in the nitrogen stage, so once you reach the nitrogen cycle, once your decomposition stage reaches the nitrogen step, it's very short time when the plant can actually capture the nitrogen. So getting the nitrogen at the peptide stage is a very smart strategy, because you're kind of doubling down on your source of nitrogen, because you can get it as a peptide, and then once it's naturally released as nitrogen, you also can get it at that stage.
Yeah, I guess what
so
was
you
left.
Get ahead, like in front in the line, if there is anybody else you're competing with.
Yeah, or just because it's quite a limited supply of organic matter in that soil, because soil is quite poor in Antarctica as well.
Yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned, like, once your cycle is at nitrogen stage, it can either just go through the soil profile quite quickly, or it can just it's also can be in a form of gas, so it's quite volatile, and you just kind of, it disappears out of the system.
That's a pretty smart plant. Yeah. The second flowering plant that can be found in Antarctica is called Antarctic pearlwort. Colobanthus quintensis. I've accidentally paused the recording, so we are kind of re-recording this particular portion, and I did a better job pronouncing it this time. Yeah. It kind of looks quite mossy, the little plant, and it has tiny yellow flowers that grow about 5 centimeters tall.
Depending on what picture you found on Google, it can look either like a sedum or like scleranthus.
Yeah. But it's cute.
For people who know what either of those are.
It's quite cute, eh?
It's a cute ground cover.
Yeah.
It's like a very dense, mossy looking.
With little yellow flowers, yeah. So, because the pollinators are quite limited in Antarctica, the plant is asexual and it relies on wind to pollinate itself. So essentially, most of the plants in Antarctica are pretty much the copies of the same plant in the same area. Like if you find a cluster of plants, it's actually, pretty much. What are the clones? Clones, not copies, clones of the same plant. Now, the biggest thing about Antarctica is the fact that, obviously, because it's extremely cold, there's limited sunlight, a very low rainfall, and most of the water is actually frozen. There isn't that many species of plants, and also there isn't the spread is not that big. But obviously, with the global warming and everything that is happening, the plant cover in Antarctica has actually increased quite a bit. I actually had the numbers, but for some reason I don't have the numbers anymore. No, sorry, I don't have the numbers anymore. But the plant coverage is increasing a lot in Antarctica, which is quite...
Global warming is not a thing.
Thanks, Trump.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. It's quite interesting because obviously it's kind of cool that it's increasing, but at the same time it's also showing us that, it's But also the other problem is, how like the plant, because they have that resilience now to withstand the cold.
Mm-hmm.
If the plants will keep growing in the warmer conditions, if all of a sudden the weather turns back to being cold,
mm-hmm.
there's a high chance that those plants will lose that resilience and they can die out because,
the adaptation is still there. And if they're just cloning themselves, I don't think that that's the case.
Well, that's what, the scientists are kind of afraid of, I guess. The fact that the plants are quite resilient to cold now, and if it's getting warmer, and then if it tunes back again. But
just get a concrete pill.
Yeah. Try giving a plant a concrete pill. I don't think...
You just sprinkle it on
It's
top.
only the weeds that love those concrete pills, eh? They just grow through everything. There's a tiny crack in concrete, and it's like, oh, a dandelion.
Meanwhile, my plant is like, oh no, you have given me too much of the fertilizer of certain type, so I must die now.
But also, you didn't water me with pure quality spring water. You gave me the tap water with a bit of chlorine in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fun fact about the the fun fact about the Colobanthus quintensis is that it is on 2010 South Georgia stamps.
Okay.
South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands.
Well, it's native to Antarctica, but it's not indigenous to Antarctica, so it actually appears in other...
I think South Georgia is quite mountainous, judging by the stamp itself, just because I don't know much about America. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, I'm ignorant, I guess. But South Georgia stamp that I see is 95 pence, or pesos? Not pesos, pence. Because it's 95p.
No idea.
Well, not cents then, right?
No idea.
It's p. Anyways, it looks very mountainous area.
Cool.
Cool.
What I find really weird is the fact that we have a country named Georgia and we have a state named Georgia. American state. This is, complicated.
Hi team, editing Sasha here. Just wanted to correct something that we said in the episode. The South Georgia that we were referring to is neither a country nor a state. What we were referring to is South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, which is the British overseas territory. And the stamp that Sasha mentioned is it was sold in pounds, not in pesos. The price was in pounds. Anyway, back to it.
The wine is like, love it. It's very good. Like, obviously, I have a bit of a raspy voice and slightly sore. Well, it's not sore. It's just because I'm recovering from the sickness. It's just tired. My throat is tired, and that wine actually feels really nice on the tired throat.
That's what she said.
Or he. We are very inclusive here.
They both can have a tired throat. That doesn't have to be cut out.
Hey, as I said, we are very inclusive on this podcast. Right, Sasha, your turn.
On the next topic, I will include the plant that is a little bit out of the topic. It's more about the plant that is too picky to survive anywhere else.
What did you say before you repeated? Too picky?
Too picky. Too picky.
Too picky to survive?
Too picky to survive anywhere else.
Okay.
Can you think of any plant that is like, I want these conditions and I want to survive? If I were to survive, I need these conditions, and that's final.
I'm having a complete brain fart because you've actually mentioned that plant earlier today, and I don't remember what it was.
Wasabi.
Oh, that's right, wasabi.
Help.
Have you seen Clarkson's Farm?
I've seen a couple of episodes.
I know it's it's probably not something that you think you would like, but if you start watching it, amazing show. And he did try to grow wasabi on his farm. And it's quite interesting because I've never known that it actually has to grow in like running water, in very pebbly sort of soil.
Well drained, well aerated. It needs to have high oxygen. It needs to be very pure mineral water.
Yeah, but I highly suggest watching it because he grew it, and then once he harvested it, he actually sent one of the guys who works at the farm to London to go and try and sell it to restaurants. And they were like, yeah, that's not the best quality wasabi. But yeah, highly recommend watching it.
Well, if he was already able to grow it, that's already kind of impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, well, as I said, like I learned a lot because I didn't even know that it needs to grow in those conditions. But yeah, tell us more.
So yeah, to begin with, wasabi needs to be to grow your wasabi, you need very specific conditions. It needs to be, as Sasha mentioned, running water. It needs to be it needs to be cool. It needs to be high oxygenated water. It needs to be clean, almost pristine water, and pebbly to actually make it nice and drainy, so you don't have stagnant. Water. Once you have non-draining substrate, means your oxygen saturation in water drops.
Okay.
And means that you don't have one of the requirements that wasabi needs.
Yeah.
One of the fun facts that I found when I was looking through information about wasabi is that it's not only grown in Japan. It also is grown in New Zealand, for example. There are other countries that grow it as well, but I'm going to focus today on New Zealand. And one of the closest areas that we grow is Lincoln, Christchurch. The name of the company is loading. It's like include the TikTok like music in here, like tick tock tick tick. A few thousand moments later,
I might actually do that. Anyway, while Sasha is looking for the name of the company, I actually know that they grow wasabi in Golden Bay as well, because this is where Waikaropupu Springs are, the cleanest water in the world. That's what they claim. Here in New Zealand, in Golden Bay. It's actually beautiful. Have you been there? I can't remember.
No, I didn't get to be there. I did try their Dancing Sands wasabi gin.
Oh, it's beautiful. I freaking love it. But it's made out of that wasabi that is grown in the water of the cleanest springs in the world, Waikaropupu Springs, also known as Pupu Springs, ironically. But yeah, and I think I've asked you that before, but have you ever had fresh wasabi? I don't think you did.
I haven't had the fresh wasabi, unfortunately.
It is so bloody good. Like the wasabi that you buy for sushi in those tubes, like it's good, but you can't compare it to the fresh wasabi, like fresh grated wasabi. The taste, like it still has that burn, but it tastes so freaking good. Do you know what? Did you say the botanical name of the wasabi?
The botanical name for the wasabi is going to be Erythrema japonicum. Erythrema.
Or Wasabi japonica, synonymous.
Wasabi japonica.
It looks cool. It kind of looks, because it's got, obviously wasabi itself is a root, and it's got like beautiful leaves that are very round and very glossy with little flower heads.
I assume the name...
yeah, tell me where I can buy it.
I assume the name of the company is Copper's Folly. And the name of the guy who opened the company is the Fenton Wood. So he opened it in early 2000s. Let's say that. And
so does he grow wasabi?
He grows wasabi. But his first couple of seasons, first 3 years when he started doing it, it wasn't that profitable because it's a new market.
But also because wasabi is fussy.
Wasabi is fast. No, I think he actually had a good yield, but it's hard to establish himself as his new business. So he only sold his wasabis at $5 a kilo, which is quite cheap, to be honest. sometimes your cucumbers are more expensive than that, and it's definitely easier to grow that.
Yeah.
So he actually grows. He grows wasabi japonica, and he sells it as a paste. He sells it as the wasabi. What is it? Let's go with a pickle, and as the rhizomes as well that you can just mince.
Can you send me the link, please? Because I'd love to. Fresh wasabi, honestly, like so good. I would put it on anything, not just on sushi.
Apparently, they say that you can buy that from the thing that he sells. You can buy that in Francis Nation, which is at Art Center.
Nice. If you hear banging, that's Rosie, the dog, being very happy and smacking her tail.
Yeah, one of the products that he sells is a pure wasabi, which is the jarred wasabi root.
I want it. It's so good.
Okay.
Is that wasabi?
That's, I think, wasabi. I also was surprised to find wasabi in the local bookstores for sale. You can grow it yourself if you're keen.
Oh, like the actual plant, yeah. I guess you can, but I wonder if you'd probably grow it as a decorative plant rather than... Because it looks quite pretty, but I don't know.
It looks similar to the Galerias. Or to Violas, actually. Or a mix of both.
Or hostas. Yeah, like a very simple hosta, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I'd love to try it, but like I think it's too fiddly to grow yourself.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have like a running water kind of water feature, then you're like, you know what? You know what's missing? A wasabi.
Yeah. Right. Do you remember? Because we did a similar episode before, which was called The Most Out of Plant World or something like that. Most expensive, the most beautiful, the most stinky.
Out of the world, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you remember what was the smallest flowering plant? By any chance?
Some sort of orchid?
No, orchids were quite small, but no, it wasn't an orchid. It was a aquatic plant called Wolfia globosa. So if you look at waterways, sometimes you see those tiny little green seeds almost. So this is the plant.
Okay.
It's also called Asian watermeal or duckweed.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, the duck. Does it?
It floats.
Okay, yeah. It just floats.
Yeah, I think some people they mistake it for
algae.
Yeah, where it's just a plant actually. So Wolfia globosa itself is native to Asia, but it's found through the world because it kind of what's the right term? What is the right term when the plant is introduced, but it's naturalized? There you go. Naturalized itself through the world.
Did it spread itself rather than being introduced by somebody else?
No, it was probably introduced, but what I'm saying, because introduced plants, they can be weeds, and they can be invasive, or they can naturalize themselves, which means that they are, they grow in the environment without actually being a nuisance.
Okay.
So yeah, that particular plant naturalized itself in a lot of parts of the world. Not only it has the smallest flower, but I thought I'll include it in this episode as the plant that has the smallest fruit. Because obviously each flower produces the fruit, and the fruit of that Wolfia globosa is the smallest fruit in the world, which is actually very high in protein. They're actually saying that it could be the food of the fruit, the food of the
future.
Food of the future.
The protein source of the future. Everything is.
So apparently, the fruit itself is up to 40% of its dry weight. It has protein up to 40% of its dry weight. That's like crazy. So yeah, it says like you know how most of our plant proteins are actually from beans and peas now. So they're saying that there's a high chance that this could be the future of the plant-based protein.
Just looks like it's like a protein-based spirulina.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's very tiny. Out of curiosity, Try to guess what would be the name of wolfia that grows in New Zealand. So the Asian one is called Wolfia globosa. What would be wolfia that grows in New Zealand?
Wolfia shiposa, I don't know.
Australis.
Australis.
Do you know what Australis mean?
From Australia?
No. Australis means southern.
Okay.
Because, like, same with Aurora Australis. There's Aurora... Is it
Borealis.
Aurora? Is it called Aurora? Like the actual scientific name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis. So Australis means southern.
What does mean Borealis?
Northern, I guess. Thing.
Meaning the word.
I learn Latin with Sasha and Sasha.
Don't. The word Borealis is an adjective that means northern.
There you go. So Australis is southern and Borealis is northern. Yeah, so the one that grows in New Zealand, and you can see it quite a bit. Like I see it in puddles in our yard at work. Like literally.
The aurora.
No, the wolfia plant.
Yeah, if you see aurora in a puddle, that means there is a fuel spill in there.
Yes, actually. Yeah, but it's been recorded in North, South, and Chatham Islands, found throughout Southern Hemisphere. But it's quite unclear how it actually got distributed. But apparently during winter it sinks to the bottom and stays dormant, and then in warmer weather it actually floats back up, which is quite cool, I thought. So yeah, this is the plant for the smallest edible fruit in the world. Well, as I said, like, yeah, it's not really the most, not the most extreme, but I kind of diverted a little bit. I started like, extremes, but then I was like, oh, what about this? What about that? So,
but I want to include this one as well.
Yeah.
Okay. The next plant that I would like to include as the most in kinda extreme locations is Puya raymondii, which is a queen of Andes. Grows in high Andes.
Puya.
Puya.
Puya?
Puya.
Puya.
So yeah, the location is characterized by thin air, cold nights, high elevation. Why this plant is interesting is
it the sapphire tower?
What
is it? Puya what?
Puya raymondii.
I googled wrong Puya.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's one of the largest species of bromeliad.
It's a bromeliad.
Yes, its inflorescence, which in a normal language, the flowering part of the plant, can yes. Have you seen the picture of it? Yeah. The picture that is included on Wikipedia, for example, looks like
it's a
male appendage. Yeah.
It's a little bit phallic, yes, because it has like the two
bushes and inflorescence in between, which is very tall and very.
How tall? Yeah, 4 meters.
15 meters. It can go up to 15 meters.
Oh wow!
It's native to Andes, Bolivia, and Peru.
So what's the most extreme about it?
Just the way where it grows. For example, Andes, so it's a high elevation.
Okay.
Low air concentration because, and quite cold climate. Besides that, it also reproduces on a very long time scale. So it can take from 40 to 60 years to reach reproductive maturity for the plant.
40 to 60. Wow.
And then after that, it just does it once and dies.
That's sad. That's very sad. It's like the
40-year-old virgin.
I'm just thinking about
but if the 40-year-old virgin movie was about a praying mantis.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about a quote from My Name is Earl. I don't know if you've seen those series. It's like very old, but it's about the guy who was like, he was pretty much like, a trash bag, and then he won the lottery, and then he lost that ticket, and then he did something good, and the ticket came back to him, and he was like, it's karma, and I need to like do good stuff to actually clean my karma. Anyway, in that series there's a character, and she's like, I am Queen Bee, and your job as a bee is to feed me, do me, and die. This is what I'm thinking about that plant. It's like, yep, I grow a flower, I reproduce once, and then they go. Is that it?
Yeah, that's about it. I think that's the most. That's the
Phallic
most.
plant.
Not the most spiny as well. Then it's like it's very prickly.
It
at
is,
least.
yeah. It looks quite cool though. I like the way it looks. Yeah. Right. What did I want to do?
You wanted to drink wine.
Always.
As she died. Always.
What is the highest altitude plant? Do you have that on your list?
It's going to be some kind of mountain daisy.
It is a flowering plant. It is a scentwood. I don't know if it's a. Hang on. I want to Google it now. I can't remember what it looks like because I've Googled quite a few pictures. Hang on. Search web. I mean, it kind of does look like daisy. It does have. Well, it's not daisy. It's got like tiny white flowers.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah. So the plant is called.
It's very cold.
It's called Erymagon bryophylla.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sandwood genus, and it occurs in Himalaya, China, Tibet, Nepal, and India. It is the highest known flowering plant, occurring as high as 6,180 meters above sea level.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be found on Mount Everest.
What was the name again?
Erymagon
Mm-hmm.
bryophylla. It looks very mossy, not mossy, but like a very low-growing creeper plant. But yeah, quite cute looking.
Yeah, I remember why I know this plant. In one of the documentaries, it's been described as in Indian culture, Western Himalayas region, it was used for traditional medicine for backaches.
For what?
Used as a traditional medicine for backaches.
Oh, backaches. Okay, I thought you said pancakes.
Used as a batter for
I
pancakes.
think I'm hungry. I hear food. Yes, huh?
What happened?
My glass is empty.
Well, you're drinking too much.
This. You can never drink too much of good wine. That's what they say, right?
Yes. They do say that, but they're most alcoholics. This one is
a tiny bit left.
12 degrees, 12%. CBA. 12.9.
12.
12.
I was just reading the little information on the back of the bottle. It says, rule number 5, respect your elders. With age comes maturity, wisdom, and it would seem good taste. Every year our classic Riesling comes together from our venerable selection of some of Marlboro's oldest Riesling wines.
Venerable.
Oh, venerable.
Venerable.
Venerable. V-E-N-E-R-A. Like to venerate? Venerable? Do you know what venerate means? Ну ты поклоняешься богам, типа...
No, I did not know that verb.
So the most appreciated, call it that way. I don't know how to describe it. I don't. Anyway, it's a good word. Yeah. So yeah, I'm guessing even though the grape vines are not as old, they're actually one of the oldest ones in the region. So there you go. That's probably where the sweetness comes from. Sweetness.
Why?
I don't know. Would you know?
No, it would not be because of how old the wines are. The sweetness usually comes from how much sugar is generated over the time. When if you had like a warmer climate, for example, it usually increases the sugar in your grapes.
I was just trying to say that old people can be sweet. Same as wine.
Old people are never sweet. They pretend.
Okay.
A speed run. the plant that we have already included in our previous episodes, which was called the most.
We don't need to speedrun, but that's okay.
Vintners mirabilis. Do you have that on your list?
I do, but I'll let you do your thing and I'll tell you why I have it in my list.
This plant lives in Namib Desert, and we are playing footsies. You guys will not see that, but I definitely feel it.
And it's also on the chair, because we only
because
have one
we're
chair.
being lazy,
You
and we
have to
just
put the feet up.
stretch our legs onto the chair.
Yes.
So yeah, it grows in extreme heat, almost no rainfall, and on nutrient-poor desert soils.
Do you remember why we had it in our previous episode?
In our previous episode, it was because it has only 2 leaves,
Yes.
but they are freaking long.
Yes. It kind of curls. It's like it almost not curls, but it kind of cocoons itself around them.
It's like a ram horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only grows 2 leaves during its entire lifespan, which may exceed 1,000 years old.
Actually, yeah, that's right. There was also another the most, because it's like it lives forever.
Yeah, it just decided to go into crawl into both categories, I guess.
Do you know what is the category that I have it for? So I was like, I started looking, like, even though we looked at extreme...
Unique reproductive cycle?
No. We were looking at it, for this episode, we were looking at plants that grow in, like, extremes, and then, I don't know why, but I kind of diverted into the most, a little bit, the smallest and stuff, and I was like, out of curiosity, I was like, what is the most beautiful flower in the world? What do you think it is? Like, what do you think people think the most beautiful flower
Rafflesia.
is? Well, it's the stinkiest for sure, but like actually.
Some kind of orchid. Or a rose.
I would have rose. So that's the common...
That's boring.
Yeah, I know. It's the common consensus that people think that roses are the most beautiful.
Just because people don't know what a plant is. We're like, oh yeah, rose. That's like, how do those test consensuses and like questionnaires come about? You're passing on a street and somebody asks you a question, and you're just like, okay, the first thought in your head, it's going to be a rose, just because it's a very commercialized plant.
Like I tried to find an actual data of like, how people might be looking for the most beautiful plant in the world. Couldn't find it, but like just in general, a lot of websites that I went through, it's rose, dahlia, and orchids are the top 3.
I don't like, to me, when people talk about dahlia and like I
like dahlia, whatever you like to pronounce it as. Sorry,
it's very grandma to me. It's a very grandma, not attraction, grandma.
Well, it is like a heritage garden sort of plant, isn't it? Yeah. I do like that. I pronounce them as dahlias. I know that some people pronounce them as dahlias, but it's DAH. Like, it's a duh. Anyway, dahlias. I like the ones that kind of look like daisies. There are some that actually have rounder petals and they look beautiful.
Yeah, and then there are the ones that look like a
spiky
urchin.
Yeah. So I was like, out of curiosity, what is the ugliest plant in the world? And the Welwitschia showed up. And I was like, oh, I know that plant. So this is why I have it in my thing.
I don't have a flower. I have a fruiting body, I think.
Yeah, well, I didn't Google flower. I Googled plant. So yeah, apparently it's the ugliest plant in the world. But
ugliest
I wouldn't
plant.
say it.
Okay.
Yeah. In your opinion, what is the most beautiful flower? Just in your opinion.
Apparently, that what I showed you is actual flower.
Oh, so it's not even a seed.
It's not even a seed. It's a flower.
Oh, okay.
That looks very weird. It looks like a pine cone.
It looks a bit extraterrestrial as well with the colors. Yeah.
What would be the flower that I would describe the prettiest? The beautiful list. Definitely some sort of orchid.
Yeah, you like your orchids. Yeah.
But I think it's like there are so many orchids of so many shapes, whereas if you go for typical plants, like even my favorite peonies, it's literally just like a freely petally pretty. It's like it's very classical pretty.
Yeah.
Whereas like I think orchids can be punk rock. They can be anything you want. They have so many shapes and they have so many flowers that have so many scents.
Yeah. I like. Sorry, a motorbike driving past. Very loud one.
Somebody is stealing your motorbike.
No, I came here on the push bike.
Push bike.
That's why I was complaining, because Max's push bike is very like I don't know why, but it's so difficult to push. Yeah. Mine is much better, but because I have like a massive basket on the back for the dog, I didn't want to. Bitch. Or me being unfit after like being sick for freaking 2 weeks straight.
That would probably explain that. You can't fucking breathe, so it would be hard to do a push
No, but
bike.
still, my bike is much easier. Well, my bike is a bit bigger and it has bigger wheels on it as well. So yeah, and different tires, because I don't know why he put like. Anyway, going back to the prettiest flower, I like orchids because their flower is quite elaborate in terms of like, if you look in the center, we've discussed it, it kind of looks like VJJ. But it's really pretty, and like, it's built to like fool the pollinators to go and pretending like they will get pollen, right? Like there's something about the flower. It's not just a simple, daisy flower.
It's alluring.
Yeah. I thought about it, and I think I'd say the most beautiful flower is orchid as well, or passion fruit. I love passion flower. It is. It's very extraterrestrial as well.
Yeah, it's very UFO for me. Yeah. I mean, but also I said orchid. Like some of the orchids you Google, it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, the monkey face one. Or, yeah. So yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, what would be the most beautiful flower that I would consider most beautiful?
Yeah, probably some species of Vanda orchids. They're usually quite pretty. So they would like have big petals, very bright, sometimes speckled coloring, and the smell would be definitely one of the big things as well.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, the Witcher showed as the most ugliest plant that I have.
Oh, sorry, honey.
Yeah.
At least she lived long.
Yeah. Do you have any more plants?
The other speedrun plant that we have mentioned already in a previous episodes would be a resurrection plant.
Oh, yes.
Selaginella lepidophylla.
Is Jericho...
Lepidophila.
You lepidophila.
It's a Jericho rose, yes.
Jericho rose is the same, yeah.
Locality of that plant is Chihuahuan Desert.
So is it a Chihuahuan?
Chihuahuan.
That's the Russian pronunciation.
Yes, Chihuahuan.
Because that's the plant that doesn't have roots, right? Like I'm pretty sure it travels and it can like stay.
It has very shallow roots. Like by shallow roots, I mean like maybe like a centimeter or two. Because it almost just can be like rolled with the wind.
It looks like a tumbleweed, doesn't it?
Tumbleweed, that one. Thank you.
And I remember that it can stay dry but still be alive for like years. Yeah, and then once you put the water in, it kind of opens up and becomes...
In a matter of an hour or so, it will literally greenify itself.
Yeah.
It will unroll. It looks like one of those balls that you...
The ones that you put in the tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tea balls.
The tea flower, or whatever they call it, yeah. Apparently that plant is used in witchcraft a lot because of that property.
Well, it's very symbolizing of like life going on, resurrection, and perseverance, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, why this plant is included into this episode is because it can survive fucking anything, essentially, besides fire.
Yeah, I guess because it's so dry, it probably wouldn't like it. Yeah. Actually, what would be the most fire redundant plant?
Retardant,
yeah. Not redundant. Could you Google that? I'm curious now. Obviously, I'm 100% sure it's going to be out from Australia.
No, Australia, they are mostly fire prone because that's the way they have adapted.
Yeah.
Because once you catch fire, you kind of burn everything.
Yeah, but
in your way, but then your offspring's seeds usually are fire retardant, so they would actually have benefits of being grown on a new area.
Yeah, but I still think that the most fire retardant plant will come from there as well. Just because it's so, like the forests, they are so prone to fires.
We're going AI mode. Succulents, agapanthus.
Okay, maybe don't go AI mode. Maybe just Google.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the agapanthus, succulents, maples, oaks, and fruit trees, just because they contain the highest amounts of water. I don't think that there will be a plant that is literally targeting specifically that trait.
I don't know. I'll try to find it for the next episode and see what it's like if they did tests of a plant that can survive the most fire. Yeah. One last thing before we wrap up. What do you think is the most, the plant that can survive extremes out of houseplants?
Aloe vera.
Every Russian, aloe vera. It never dies.
Unless you water it too much. Which too much is like every week is too much.
I think it's the...
Oh yeah!
No, the snake plant. What is the botanical name of it? The mother-in-law plant?
Not the mother-in-law.
Is it not mother-in-law tongue?
That one is mother-in-law tongue.
Which one?
Snake plant. Ah.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Snake.
Ah.
Is it
Yes. I think it's not Triscans here.
No, it's not.
Not Triscans. Sorry. I think the wine have hatas. The wine have hatas.
Snake plant. What is it called?
I think it's now Dracaena.
Yeah, but it
used to be.
Ooh, Rosie, your breath smells. Sansevieria.
Thank you.
Yes. So now it is called Dracaena, that's right. I actually think it's that because I watched... I think it was by... Gosh, what is the... There's a gay couple that does a scientific video... Science ASAP Science.
I love that she just looks at me like I know them because
I'm looking at you because I'm talking to you.
Because all the gays know every gay.
No, I'm just because they are a gay couple that had that channel for like ages, and I'm
the demographic.
I was just looking at you because I'm talking to you because we're recording podcast. You son of a bitch.
It is so fun to rally her.
Anyway, they are fudge. They have a channel called ASAP Science, and I think they did a test of like houseplants that can survive the most extremes. And Sansevieria was the one that actually survived like without water and without sunlight and still was alive after like a couple of months.
I think I'm actually demographic and I think I already saw it.
Look how the tables have turned.
Look how turns have tabled. They have put it like in a bathroom without windows or something like that for a month or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent it to you or you sent it to me or something. Yeah. So don't you freaking dare, you son of a did that.
Diddly dong.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. I think that's it. This is the wrap for the podcast today for 2 Tipsy Plus because the plants are too tipsy.
That's so tipsy. Hang on. I cannot find the outro. We had it. Where did it go?
Rosie, can you please do the outro for us?
Yeah. Anyway. Now that's a wrap from two tipsy plants.
Two tipsy.
Which is actually did. We've only done 1 episode on that podcast, but that's okay. Anyway, that's a wrap on 2 tipsy plants. Thanks for getting tipsy with us today and joining in on our plant-loving shenanigans. We hope we've inspired you to grab a glass of wine and give your leafy friends some extra love. And if you want some really nice wines, please
go to Vintners website, vintners.newzealand.
Yep,
.nz.
That's VINTNERS.nz.
And or reach out to them on their contact us page, and they will be able to tell you what is the best wine for your interest, for your taste buds. I guess they have in-house sommeliers, so I'm sure they can help you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so if you would like to help our podcast, feel free to follow us so you don't miss out on our next wild and tipsy adventure. You can follow us on Instagram at the 2 Tipsy Sashas. But if you also search for 2 Tipsy Plants podcast, you'll find us as well. I think we changed the handle because we wanted to do a second podcast, but then we've realized that life is too busy and keeping up with even one podcast is difficult. So
and then 2 podcasts is going to be undoable.
Yeah, but still, the 2 Tipsy Sashas, or just search for 2 Tipsy Plants podcast, and don't forget to spread the word. Keep it green
and keep it tipsy, and keep it viney.
Viney or whiny.
Vine and wine.